All right, so here is the latest and greatest demo for chart density and what we've got working so far. So abandon the idea to get rid of this top menu for now. We've brought it back. We ran into other complications there. So we're all using all the default templates now, nothing customized. We've got a menu here that is for the public menu. And so we've got home, pricing. If you sign up, it will put the plan for either of these two plans in the SaaS auth table when you do free sign up. It'll do that. Of course, you can go straight to sign up there, or we can go to log in. I'm not going to go through the sign up process, but it just basically signs you in. You got to do verification. So I'm going to log in as my user here. And now you're logged in, you see what logged in people will see, which is you're going to begin with your data sets. If you've seen this before, we are tracking Oracle metrics. Anytime I reinstall everything, it's going to wipe them all out, but they've been running for a week or so, I think. And I always put the same thing in here, CPU. We'll look at CPU. There is something slowly growing in CPU. And sorry, it's a little slow. We have not optimized. Did we hit return? And our internet might be, yeah, well, we should be on the right one. It's taken way longer than normal. I want to look at my CPU. I hear my fan running. Let's go to Task Manager. Sorry about that. What is going on? 89 OBS Studio, sure. Okay. I'll put that over there. For some reason that didn't take. It's horrible. Slow. It won't be this slow. Trust me. So yeah, we can see CPU slowly increasing day over day over day. And it correlates with recursive CPU usage. Anyway, so now that we have that, let's go. We really don't have any menu other than this. So now we can go up to here, and we can go data sets is where we're at. Manage account. So we're going to go to manage account. And this is where we can now change our email address, although it doesn't actually change it right now. It just goes through the entire workflow. I'll show you that in a second. We have API keys here. This works, and this is all imported from K2. And then we have billing, which is nothing at this point. Yeah, it just goes to a blank kind of wacky page. So let's change our email address and see this workflow. So I'm going to assume, I'm not actually checking to see if this has been changed, but I'm going to assume you've actually put a different email address in here, and that's the only way, this should be enabled. And then we say change email address. At this point, it's sent a token. So I'm going to go to my email. I already see it. And I am going to paste that token in and click. You won't see this either. This is going to go away. Change email address, at which case it logs me out. It shows me this nice message at the top, and that's also using some of the capabilities in the K2 framework because, if I had an on success message for that process, it wouldn't show because I redirect to a different page. Maybe there's a way to load the page and then redirect or something like that and use stuff built in, but so you can click that and it goes away, and now we're ready to log in with our new email. Of course, I didn't really change that, so there we have it. So that's where we're at. I think we're getting a lot farther along. So next, I'll finish what I'm working on with the change email, the ability to change your email account, your email address, which is your username, and I will move on to some of the actual billing and setting up the Stripe, going a little bit more integration with Stripe at this point. So I think that's the next big thing is how do I manage my billing? We've got tokens, we've got menus, I think, figured out. I think we've got the general interface figured out. That's it. So should get the Stripe stuff done next week, and then I think we're like close to there. Let me show you, if you want to stick around, some of the code. Let's look at some of the code behind the scenes here. So let's see if I can pull this up. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Let me close my email. And come over here. Let's show the code behind the scenes. See what's going on. So let's go to our Manage Account page. And made some modifications to the global page. So now we have a G flash message. So you can use K2 add flash message to add those messages which pop up when the page loads. It's all put into the global page logic. But now you can also set the G flash message value when you call a page, and it will also flash a message. I had to do that because when you log out, your session changes, so it has no way of knowing which message in the table is yours. So to get that to work, that's what we did, and I like that improvement. So we have our user, our button. Our button is just redirecting to our modal page, and we're setting a new email address set to the user email address and clearing cache. So when we go to this modal page, the one thing I'm not doing, I'm not removing the X from this modal page. I did that in some of the other pages, so it's a little inconsistency in the UI, but there's a good reason for it. So here we have our secret token. You can submit. Let's see if anything's running on pre-running. Nope. So you submit, and it's just going to run our process, which is change email address, and you get a view of how we're doing some of this. So we're doing, and I'm going to add a to-do. Just thought of something. And we can do this also. Make sure we log. Yes. So ArcSQL has like a log security event or something like that, which is just a special log entry for anything that we would consider something we really want to keep an eye on. It's a little bit more elevated than a normal log entry, so we would log a security event. So we're asserting that the token is valid. The token, oh, I should show you how the token is created, actually. Actually, the token is created when this page is opened up. There it is. So when this page is opened, we're executing some PL SQL. And if the new email address is not null, what we're going to do is we're going to create a token. I've added a size to it now, so in order to get a 6-character token, we're passing in 3 bytes using DBMS crypto random. Expires in 10 minutes. So this is using the K2 token API just to quickly create a token. And then we send an email. Have some work around email. It's a little hard right now. Right now I'm having to do this, like if there's an override email where every email gets routed to a single email address for testing, I'm having to actually kind of implement that. I shouldn't have to do that. But at the same time, you want to be able to use appsend email to send emails to other addresses. So I've got to rethink a little bit about how this works and just make it a little easier. That's the goal. It'll be easier, not harder. And also like calling this every time, you know. So I think there's like lower level sending email, and then there's like, this is how I send an email. Applications generally sends an email. So we craft a subject. We just put the token in the subject. Really simple body. That gets sent out, and then go back to processing. So when the user puts the token in, we're just going to call assert valid token, we are not only checking the token, but we are validating it. I've added this now to the assert valid token, so it makes sure that the user ID is right. And what K2 user ID does is it just translates your V app user, which is an email address, into the user ID in the SAS auth table. So I was calling SAS auth PKG to user ID, P username, V app user. We no longer need to do that. We're replacing that everywhere with K2 user ID. A lot easier. And then we call logout right here. Now I tried to do some tricks where I logged out on the login page and you get errors like this session's been logged out and stuff like that. And, in order so that I could use that K2 add flash message to put a flash message in, redirect them to log in. It would still be in the same session. They'd get the message and then it would log them out. But then you had to resubmit the page and it just got crazy. So that's when I went to editing the global page to handle that. So we log the user out, and then we're going to do a redirect to the login page. And you can see here, this is where we're setting gflash message, and we're just setting it to a value, a string like that, and that gets shown to the user. So that's it. All right. Well, we'll be back at it on Monday, hopefully. Thanks for watching.